we'll start up with cognitive therapies. Cognitive therapy. In cognitive therapy, the cause of the psychological disorder lies in our irrational thinking. ओके जब हम बिना लॉजिक के सोचते हैं तो वो वाली थिंकिंग भी हमें creates lots of problem for us. Okay, in this you will study about two therapies, one which is given by Albert Ellis. It is also called RET, rational emotive therapy, and the other which is given by Aaron Beck. So let's start. Albert Ellis formulated the therapy that was called rational emotive therapy. It is also known as ABC model. The central theme of this therapy is that irrational beliefs mediate between the antecedent events and their consequences. इसका मतलब है कि हमारे जो इलॉजिकल थिंकिंग होती है वो एंटीसीडेंट इवेंट और उसके रिजल्ट के बीच में रहती है. The very first step in RET is the antecedent belief consequence analysis. इसी को हम कहते हैं ABC analysis. A for antecedent event and B for behavior and C for consequences. Now, antecedent events क्या होते हैं? The one which has caused the psychological distress. Okay, on the basis of the interview taken, irrational beliefs are found out कि which irrational belief the person is having, and then the therapist provides empathetic, accepting and genuine warm atmosphere to the client in which he expresses his feeling, and then he is explained that his distorted perception of antecedent event due to irrational beliefs had led to the consequences, that is it results in negative emotions. इस पूरी थेरेपी को एक एग्जाम्पल के थ्रू समझ लेते हैं कि जैसे ये तो नहीं हो सकता कि हमें सभी प्यार करें, ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता. सो एक इरेशनल बिलीफ होता है पेशेंट का कि वन शुड बी लव्ड बाय एवरीबडी एट ऑल द टाइम. क्या ये पॉसिबल है स्टूडेंट्स? नो. सो व्हाट हैपन्स इज creates in him negative feelings and emotions about himself. It also reduces his self-esteem. So then the client listens to him patiently by providing him the warmth atmosphere, and after that he explains him that what all is happening, कि उसी की खुद की सोच is responsible for what he is suffering from. In the course of the therapy, the rational belief system replaces the irrational belief system, and there is reduction of psychological distress. Now let's start Aaron Beck cognitive therapy. इस थेरेपी में बताया गया है कि कैसे हमारे चाइल्डहुड में जो बिलीव्स या स्कीमास हम अपने लिए बना लेते हैं ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ आवर एक्सपीरियंस. फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर एक क्लाइंट था who was ignored by his parents, neglected by his parent, then he develops a core schema that I am not wanted. और अब लाइफ में आगे चलते चलते उससे मे बी जॉब में भी कुछ ऐसी ही प्रॉब्लम्स हो गई जिसमें उसमें उसको एक्सेप्ट नहीं किया गया, तो उसका वो स्कीमा या वो बिलीफ और गहरा हो गया. And due to all this, he gets into depression. and other psychological disorders. The therapist in this therapy tried to make his thoughts positive and try to change his schemas. Then the other therapy is cognitive behavior therapy. It is based on the idea that how we think, how we feel, and how we act all interact together. ओके या यूँ कहिए कि हमारे थॉट्स ही हमारी फीलिंग्स और हमारे बिहेवियर को डिटर्मिन करते हैं। इसीलिए अगर थॉट्स नेगेटिव होंगी और अनरियलिस्टिक होंगी तो इट इज़ गोइंग टू क्रिएट अ प्रॉब्लम. So the same procedure the therapist adopts by providing empathetic atmosphere to the client and ask him to express his feelings clearly, and then helps him to understand and change his thinking pattern. और कॉग्निटिव बिहेवियर थेरेपी जो है बिल्कुल शॉर्ट है, इफ़ेक्टिव ट्रीटमेंट है एंग्जाइटी के लिए, डिप्रेशन के लिए, पैनिक अटैक्स एक्सेट्रा अदर साइकोलॉजिकल डिसऑर्डर्स के लिए. और ह्यूमनिस्टिक एग्जिस्टेंशियल थेरेपी. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल let us discuss the main features of humanistic existential therapy. In this children, the first thing which we will learn is that the problem, the psychological problem emerges according to existential therapist. Psychological problem emerges if a person feels lonely or loses meaning in life. This I had discussed when we were doing in short humanistic existential therapy, that the problem arises when a person experiences loneliness or has lost the meaning in life, and that I had given you the example about how everyone has a meaning in life, isn't it? Like I told you, I know, it means I cannot lose hope. I'm not even be ready to lose hope, because I know I have my daughter to stand up with. Means you need some strong motivation. You always have, everyone has this strong motivation to live. Clear? That is who is going, you have your aim in life, when that gets that when you miss that, when you don't find any aim, when you don't find that the world is beautiful place to live in, that occurs due to the feelings of loneliness and all. Okay, so at that time the humanistic existential therapist will create a non-judgmental, which also I had explained you, that will not tag the patient as you are worthless or you cannot do this. Okay, no labeling, you are lazy. That is non-judgmental and accepting empathetic attitude, in which client is going to express his freely his emotions and will tell about his problems. Okay, the chief aim of the therapy is to expand client's awareness. This point also, in short, when we were doing, I had discussed with you that the chief aim is increase the client awareness. Awareness about what? His weaknesses, his talents, isn't it? To make him aware of his self. Okay, so these are some of the features of humanistic existence. Students, in your syllabus you have 3 most widely used existential and humanistic therapies. I hope you remember who are humanistic psychologists. You have done this school, humanistic school, in class 11th with me. Yes, Carl Roger, Maslow. Okay, and Viktor Frankl is existential therapist or existential psychologist, you can say. So these three uh, therapies are humanistic existential therapy. First, as it is written, existential therapy. This is also called logotherapy. We will do all these three therapies in detail just now. Client centered therapy and gestalt therapy. Okay. Okay, students. Now I start up with gestalt therapy. See, again, the main aim of the Gestalt therapy is to increase individuals' self awareness. You know, it's a humanistic existential therapy. So, whatever is the main aim of humanistic existential therapy is the main aim of Gestalt therapy also, because it is one of the humanistic existential therapy. Okay, and also to make the individual accept himself. See, self acceptance from others is also one of the important need of human being, that you feel at peace where you are accepted. You like to be in the company of people who accept you, isn't it? Same way, self acceptance is really more important. If you will not accept yourself, then the situation is very difficult. Clear? So these are the goals of gestalt therapy. And the client is taught in this therapy, the client is taught to recognize his emotions, okay, that are blocked out from his awareness. Okay, what happens, children? We keep on ignoring our emotions. Sometimes we are feeling angry, we just repress it, we don't express it, we don't accept it. So here the therapist try to make us aware of those feelings, and then you vent it out, and then you do what can be done about it, that we should not experience those negative emotions. And beside this, children, this is that the word gestalt you must have studied in class 11th also. It means whole, as this whole perception. Pure, I had taught you laws of perceptual organization. Huh? So in that I explained you that word gestalt means whole. Then this therapy was given by, I had sent you in the notes also, Frederick Perls and his wife Laura Perez. Okay, and then other things I had discussed with you which are important. See, these therapies you will be getting as a short note if asked individually. Otherwise, you'll have to write a long answer on humanistic existential theory therapies, in which you will be including all the three together. Clear? Now I start up with the Yes, students, the next therapy is client centered therapy. It was given by Carl Rogers, and this therapy provides again the same thing, warm relationship between the therapist. Therapists show empathy and unconditional positive regard, total acceptance of the client, non judgmental attitude. So, all these points you will remember for writing everywhere where you are using humanistic existential therapy. And then this therapy therapist according to this therapy should be empathetic, which you know now, should understand what the client is experiencing, should have a warm and have unconditional positive regard. That means total acceptance of the client, even if he is a criminal, then also he is accepted, means as a by him, by as a therapist, and then he will do the treatment. Then genuine, be yourself and truthful. You have to be, as a therapist, you have to be yourself, and you have to be very honest in deal with others. In this also, I'll show you one picture of a situation, therapeutic situation. See, students, this is a therapeutic situation in which the client is probing, it's asking questions to the client, and he will be, in order to that he realizes his self. Client-centered therapy focuses on self-actualization, Rogers' concept, if you remember, to reach its potential. Okay, so side by side, children, if you'll not remember the previous things which are taught, the things will become difficult. So you just revise those concepts also, and otherwise the therapies are easy for you to understand. See, in this, see the conversation which is shown in this picture. So your father wasn't around you much, huh? So then why she is asking this? In order to that the client is going to now provide clarification ki why he is behaving the way he is behaving right now. Okay, and also to reflect his feelings. So the aim of this therapy is to help the client to become his real self, should accept himself completely, should be able to get aware of his strengths, and should also know his weaknesses. Okay.